Hi everyone, Sarah Pacaro, Rapid Transformational Therapist, helping you heal from within after having been in toxic and unhealthy relationships, those with narcissists. So today we're going to talk about 5 ways that narcissists will project and attack you. So you know that most narcissists lack self-awareness. Indeed, their sense of self-esteem and self-worth depends on how others perceive them. And they blame others for their own shortcomings. That's why they're always projecting on you what they're actually doing themselves. And they do this all the time. So you'll notice this. So today we're going to explore 5 related ways that people with narcissistic traits will deny, project, blame, confuse you, and hurt others. So the first one is that they will call you things that you're not. Oftentimes they'll tell you that you're cheating when you're not. You can't even go to the grocery store or the gym without like, oh, who are you wearing that for? Who are you going to see? Doing seemingly simple things. They'll call you a liar when they're actually the one lying to you. So they will tell you you're cheating on me, you're lying to me, when in fact they're the ones doing it to you. Or you're selfish because you don't want to do what I'm asking you to do. Or wow, you only think about yourself, don't you? Meanwhile, they're the ones that are constantly making up excuses, breaking their promises to you. They're the ones being unreliable. They're the ones only thinking about themselves or competing with you when it's not a competition. And not that, they will forget all about the things that you have already done for them to show you that you're not, to like show you that you're not lying and you're not out there cheating. But in their eyes, they are entitled to all of your resources, your time, your money, your energy, and you are aggressing and reacting against them when you can't give them what they want or don't give them what they want. And they will not reciprocate unless there is some reason for them to. And this is part of the love bombing. If there's a reason for them to, that they can get what they want from you, then they will. But in the meantime, they're going to use these various tactics like name-calling, mocking, blaming, shaming, deflecting, gaslighting, guilt-tripping, provoking, these unreasonable criticisms. They're going to nitpick you, or just quite plain verbal, mental, or emotional abuse to make you feel bad and give in to their demands. So if it's not you, there's always someone else. You know that these narcissists are always out to get as much supply as they can. Or they will say, oh my gosh, look how horrible this other person is being. Don't you know what that person did? And meaning, oh, forget about me and my shortcomings. Look over there. Look at that person with that flaws. Maybe it's you or someone else, a friend or family, anyone else, to get you from really focusing on talking about them. And their mind, you don't have to think, in their mind, oh, you're not thinking about my shortcomings. We're going to get you to a conclusion that everyone else is so horrible, so you're not focused on me. And the second thing you'll notice is their sense of grandiosity, mimicking, and this exaggeration. The exaggeration is quite extreme very often. The narcissist thinks that they are God's gift. They are these ultra turbo mega special people, and they deserve exceptional treatment. They're justified in hurting others. Well, look at them. They deserved it. And they have this grandiose goals. They exaggerate their achievements. They are out to make you so impressed by who they are and that they're so superior and you're just chopped liver. They often feel this need to compete with others because they are terribly insecure, terribly insecure, and this is the mask. It's the narcissistic mask. It's a cover for what's actually going on. And to cover for this, they will pretend, they will lie, they will hurt, they will exploit others, do whatever else is necessary for this personal gain. And as a result, you may notice that they take on other people's characteristics and traits. They'll start being nice around certain people, and you're like, what? That's not you. Or they'll exaggerate these achievements of theirs, and they start to mimic others, and they do this to get what they want from them. And where this originates from is this place of envy. They're jealous of these people. They want what they have, and this sense of, okay, who do I need to be in order to get that? And they'll take on these characteristics and traits. So they'll mimic them. They'll plagiarize, they'll steal from them, they'll be a fraud, all while they're belittling them and saying that they're not worthy and deserving of that. And this is meant to destroy the credibility of their victims while appearing to be more competent themselves. You'll notice this. This provides a nice, handy-dandy distraction from what's really going on. It's another weird form of projection that they do, where they see something that they admire in someone. And maybe it's just a status symbol. And instead of actually working on achieving it themselves, they do a couple of things. They either claim that they already have it or that they're entitled to it, and usually simply just by saying it with the utmost confidence and conviction, they get others to believe in this. My ex was a master of this, and everyone around him became enrolled in like, wow, wow, this person is amazing, because they claim these positive traits, achievements, or characteristics of others, but they discard their own negative features and into their victim. So they might not be aware that this is happening, but regardless, nonetheless, it is happening. So you'll see this process requires a lot of delusion, a lot of pretending, a lot of deception, and sadly, I fell victim to it. And if you're watching this, most likely you have fallen victim for this as well. And this is what they do. So know that is part of this grandiosity, this mimicking, and this exaggeration of their personal traits. And the next thing you'll notice is they have these preemptive strikes. Whenever a narcissist feels threatened, it's like a snake. They're just going to come at you and strike at you. They will call you the things that they themselves are. They'll call you a liar, they'll call you a cheater, because they are afraid that you will see this in them, so they have to make you feel like you are that, so you're not looking at them. They will stalk you, they will slander you, they will discredit you, they will try to sabotage you or destroy you and your family. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's you personally, financially. In any way, they will start a smear campaign and an attempt to assassinate your character, who you are to your core. And this is why it hurts so bad. This is why it's devastating to try to get out of these types of relationships or leaves, because they frighten you in your mind to believe that you are so unworthy, you are so undeserving, and you start to believe this stuff. And they have no problem doing this preemptively, and then they call it defense. Well, you were attacking me, you were coming after me, I was simply defending myself from you. Here's the thing, if you privately call them out, or if you set healthy boundaries, or if you end the relationship, they become afraid that you're going to see their flaws. So they begin to smear your name and tell others about what kind of person you are, and whether or not you do that is important to them. Whether or not you go out and you talk trash about them and you try to get everyone to see that they're the narcissist and let them know and give them all these reasons, they're going to do that to you to try to protect themselves, because in their mind, you're the enemy. Like, you're the enemy to them. You are coming at them, and they're going to stop you at all costs. Because they have no personal or emotional empathy, they don't care about what they do to destroy you, and they're already lying about it, so what's another lie about it? And they're going to do these things because they think that somehow you are trying to hurt them, and maybe you are, because you're trying to get back to them for all the ways that they've hurt you, but they're going to hurt you even more to get you to try to stop. And this is a protective thing that they do. They're going to try to accuse you of the very things that they are doing themselves. And in this, the fourth thing, they're going to play the victim. This is one of the most common narcissistic strategies, is that they play the victim. You hurt me. Oh, poor me. Instead of working through the issue with you and discussing it with you and not dragging this problem into other areas of your life, they will continue to lie about this. They'll continue to paint you as a perpetrator and themselves as the victim. Look at all these horrible things that you did to me. And oftentimes, this is an example of possibly like destroying your property. I've had clients that I've worked with that their ex has come and they've done things to the house, they've done things to them car, they'll slander you, they'll come at you at your job, they'll call your boss, they'll tell all these people these horrible things, like maybe you had to get police involved in something. They will go to the ends of the earth to win and make you look like the horrible person, and them like they were the ones being attacked. And then when you respond, whether it's appropriately or maybe you respond actively and you take action and you get police involved, maybe there's some aggression, they will say that you are the aggressor, you're the one hurting them, and you are unreasonable. But look at your wild, crazy, unacceptable behavior. And sometimes when the police do get involved, they hopefully, if they're good police, they see what's going on, but sometimes they get triangulated into the problem, making it even worse. All of this is very callous, it's very calculated, and it's very, very meticulous. And this is to get you to be the bad person and them to be the ones that all these things are happening to. So they are always going to play the victim in this role, because to them, it's not about the truth. For you, it's about being the truth and having this be seen and exposed, but to them, it's always about the audience's perception. What can I get this person to think about the victim, and take all the attention and responsibility away from me? So then the fifth one, and this is the one, the know you defense. I cannot tell you how many times that the conversation with my ex stopped starting every response with no, it's just that, or no, but no, you. Well, look at you. If you call them out on their crap, or they suspect that you can see through their smoke and mirrors, they will say that it's you, or they will say that it's others who are all of these things, or oh, this is all crap, this is all BS, this is none of that. No, that's all nonsense, for a lack of better words. They mean that, they even mean to say that they are honest and they are caring and they want what's best for you. They're authentic. They're the ones working on it, and you're not. You're the one that just wants to give up and walk away, and you don't understand what's going on. You are projecting. You are pretending. You are being triggered. You're the one. You're the narcissist. You're the one gaslighting me. Whatever buzzword they have learned, they're going to turn around and use on you and tell you that you are all these things. Because people with narcissistic traits, tendencies, personalities, they can be interested in human psychology too, because there's a manipulative factor. When they can flip it around on you, then it gets into your psyche and you actually think maybe they're right. What if I am the narcissist? What if I am gaslighting? What if I am projecting all these things? And a lot of them will actually work in the teachings of like these buzzwords that they're hearing out there. You're smearing my name out there, whatever it is, because they're pretty smart people. They figure out what they need to figure out to get what they want. And so you'll notice that they start to flip it and they start to use this around against you. And their statements are simply what they always have been, just unbelievable and untrue. But they learn, you'll notice that this know you thing, they learn all these fancy terms and phrases, yet they don't understand them for what they really are, and they don't care about how to apply them correctly. They'll just kind of throw it at you to see if it sticks and to get you kind of derailed and off focus. This is another tool for manipulation. So for them, learning about these things, meaning finding ways to justify all of their disturbing thoughts and behaviors, or using their knowledge as a tool against you for their own personal gain. That's what it always comes down to, is them using all this stuff against you for your personal gain. They will do anything but accept the reality to become a decent person, to actually follow through with working on themselves. And they can play it quite well. You may notice that they may say, oh, let's go to therapy, let's figure this out, and they'll seemingly get better for a couple months, and then it always has that slippery slope where it slides back into what it always has been. All those red flags that you've seen from the beginning. And if you're not out, find a way to get out safely. Enroll others in what's actually going on, and find a way to get out. And oftentimes that means financially disconnecting yourself, and then working on healing your codependency traits and issues, and working on healing yourself so that you don't continue to attract people like this in your life, because they're very extremely toxic, not fun people to be around, and not people that are going to get you towards a happy, peaceful life, most likely the type of life that you want. So I hope that these 5 ways that narcissists project and attack you don't resonate with you, but they do with me. And if they do, to get you to a place of seeing this for exactly what it is, and then moving towards healing and breaking away from it. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you're ready to take that journey, then click on my banner and schedule a time to chat, and we'll talk more about that.